Hi guys! I'm actually going to pre-record this because I'm supposed to go on a cruise starting the 17th. So I wanted to go ahead and make a few videos so that I am not absent the entire week. I do plan on filming while I'm there, but I just wanted to, again, make sure I'm not absent because, you know, stuff like this is important to me. Just trying to keep in contact and keep a journal of, you know, what I wish I knew and how I'm feeling at each point in time. Not that that matters. So, again, I just wanted to let everybody know this is going to be pre-recorded. I did record a video already tonight and I posted it. Today is actually April 1st. And I'm without kids, so I wanted to go ahead and take advantage of the time I had. So I wanted to do a quick video on 10 things that I wish I knew. Right now, I am 21 days out from surgery, 22 maybe. I had surgery on March 9th. So, I just wanted to do my first of probably many videos of things I wish I knew before I actually had the surgery. So, number one being that the weight is not just going to fall off. You know, yeah, it feels good the first month. You end up losing a lot of weight, but it's not just going to fall off like you picture in your head. You know, you're probably going to be a little thinner you know, if you start in January, you're going to be a little thinner than you were the previous year during summer. Probably about 40, 50 pounds, maybe. If you're lucky, more. But it doesn't just fall off. You know, if you've had weight issues all your life like I have, and you went on phentermine or lost 12 pounds a month for, you know, a long period of time, then you know what to expect, because that's pretty much what it is. The first month you're supposed to average out 20, it could be less, but 20 to 30 pounds, and then you should average about 12 pounds each month thereafter. Again, if not everybody's the same, so if you lose more than that, you're very lucky, so props to you. So far I've lost 19 pounds since surgery. So hopefully I'm one of those 30 in the first month losers, but I'm not going to stress myself out about it because, you know, everybody's different. So you can't really pre-plan and, you know, expect something and worry about it, because worrying about it's not going to make it any better. So, number two, stalls can happen whenever. I heard a lot of people talk about the stalls, the 3-week stalls, where a lot of people end up just stalling out. I stalled out at week 2. And I stalled out for 11 days. I was between 234 and 238 for the longest. And it's stressful, you know, especially when I got home, and this is just me, again, everybody's different, I'm probably going to get on y'all's nerves from saying that, but when I got home from having the surgery, I came home almost a week after having it, and I stepped on the scale, and I was 245. The day of surgery, I was 248. The next day, I stepped on the scale, and I was at 242. So, I lost 3 pounds overnight. I don't know where it went. Don't care. It went away. So, I started weighing myself every day. And I guess the stresses of weighing myself, and it was multiple times a day. It was like OCD. It was bad. So I had to hide my scale. But I guess the stressors of standing on the scale and then seeing it move up or down, or, you know, barely just a little bit, or not moving at all, that kind of brought on the stall, I want to say. Your body's already in shock. So, you know, you can't really control when the stall comes. So the stalls can happen whenever. Don't have the surgery and then say, okay, I have 3 weeks to lose weight before I stall, because that's not the case. And they tend to happen a whole lot more when you're stressed. That's just something I've learned so far. Yesterday I was really stressed, and that's kind of when I just released everything, and I was just like, fuck it, you know, I'm gonna lose weight eventually. This is not something that I put on overnight, so it's not something that I'm gonna wake up skinny the next day. It just doesn't happen that way. And if you wake up emaciated the next day after being almost 300 pounds, then we have a Stephen King novel going on right there. So nobody wants to be in thinner. Like if you've seen that movie, it doesn't end well. So number 3 would be the lack of pee. I struggle getting my fluids in, and it's not because it's not because I don't drink. It's more so because I have to remind myself when to eat. So, reminding myself when to eat, you can't drink 10 minutes before you have a meal, and you can't drink 30 minutes after having the meal. You can't drink while you're having the meal. So, it's more so I'm trying to avoid drinking just so I don't have to wait those 10 minutes to actually eat. But getting fluids in is a work in progress. It is. I'm trying. I usually average now about 2 peas a day. While I'm at work, I average more because I can constantly sip, sip, sip. And I don't think vaping's helping me at all. I think more so the action of vaping is just a habitual, moving to the mouth. So I think if I took that away, I would be more, moving to... Sorry. Sorry. I had to do that. But I think more so if I got rid of that, I would have no choice but to pick up that water and drink it, I'm bad. Sorry. Oh, that's so embarrassing. I need to learn how to edit so I can take stuff like that out. I'm not a bad person. I'm just a Scorpio. So, number 4. What the hell is a complete meal? What is that? You're so busy trying to each week add more and more and more and more and more into your diet that you don't have a complete meal. You're trying to eat. Like today I made some tuna salad, and I made it so that I could control everything and see how many calories and log it into my Fitbit account. And I would give you guys the link so that you can follow me on Fitbit, but I don't know how to do that because I'm just Fitbit illiterate. But I made that, and I made some Parmesan crisps to go with that. So I was like, hey, this is a meal, It turns out I ate most of the Parmesan crisps and didn't eat even half of the tuna. So I don't know what a complete meal is yet. I would like to sit down and have a meat and 2 veggies, or a meat, a starch, and a veggie. That's what I was raised on here in the South. So every meal you had a meat, potato, and a veggie. And I don't see myself being able to sit down and have that for a very long time. So if any of you who have had the sleeve already know what a complete meal is, please let me know, because, I don't want to feel normal, but I do want to know that what I'm doing is correct. So, excuse me. Number 5 is that hunger does not immediately go away. When I was on the pre-op diet, I was sitting here thinking, it's okay, I'm suffering now, but as soon as I have the surgery, I'm not going to be hungry anymore. I wanted to know what not being hungry all the time felt like. After surgery, you are very nauseous, and they do give you something for it in the hospital. And again, I went through a lighter me in Tijuana, so excuse me. But I'm gonna grab some water, and my cup is dirty because I have a child who touches everything. So, but damn it, I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay, nausea. You are nauseous after you have the surgery, or I was. And they did give me something for it. And when I went to the hotel, I was released the day after surgery because they were they don't want to use the word overbooked, but they were overbooked. So they sent us home with a little packet of something that you can take. There were sublingual tablets that you could put under your tongue. And sorry, my movie went back off pause. But they send you home with stuff so that you can control that, or to the hotel. So nausea was not something that I dealt with that much. It was occasional, but I was able to handle it. Excuse me. When I got home, I dealt more so with hunger, and it was more mental hunger. And I figured out, when I would see something on TV and it looked good, I would automatically be hungry and crave it. But it wasn't real hunger. It was mental hunger, so that's something that you have to learn how to decipher. And the way I see it is, When I'm really hungry, anything will fill me up and satisfy me. But if it's mental hunger, then I'm just craving one thing and I'm obsessing over one thing, and I'm not going to feel satisfied until I get that. So that's how I decipher between the two. Number 6, bad breath. Nobody told me I was going to have bad breath, and it's more so because you don't eat as much and you have that stomach acid, and I am taking Prevacid to control that, but your breath still stinks. I don't know if you've ever experienced, again, being on phentermine. When I was younger, I used to be told all the time that my breath stank because I didn't eat. You know, I would chew gum and drink soda. That was how I lost weight in high school. Excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in Georgia, and the pollen is a mess right now. But bad breath was not something that they told me about. Also, number 7 being hair loss. I knew hair loss was going to happen. I knew that it's a normal part. God, sorry. I knew that it's a normal part of the after effects of surgery. Your body's basically in shock, so it's going to do what it can and cut the nutrients off to where it needs to, just to try and, you know, save itself. So hair loss is definitely a huge factor. You are also intaking less protein. And, you know, no protein, no hair. Not no hair, but... But, however, the hair loss I did not expect to happen until 3 months down the line. A lot of people said it started around 3 months, but I've already noticed, like, while I'm washing my hair, that it's starting to fall out. It's not horrible, but it's scary, and it's kind of like a prerequisite to what's coming, so that kind of stresses me out a little bit. But, you know, your body's getting thinner, so of course your hair is going to get thinner as well. Number 8 being the quickness of emotional changes, how you feel freaking bipolar. One day you're happy as hell, and you're just like, yes, I can do this, and then the next day you're just like, what the hell did I do? Why did I do this? You know? And it also, I think you guys noticed a couple of days ago how it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. So just be prepared for that. There's, again, not very much stuff you can read to mentally prepare yourself for it, but just don't be shocked when it happens. And, you know, just listen to your body. If your body's saying one thing, just listen to it, because more than likely it's trying to tell you what's wrong, and you just are pushing it out of your mind. So listen, number 9. This is the one I failed at the most. Listen when they tell you not to lift anything over 50 pounds or 15 pounds before 6 weeks. Even though you feel amazing and you want to do laundry and you want to carry stuff up and down the stairs, or you want to pick up your toddler, don't do it. I'm only, 3 weeks out now? And Thursday night, I think it was, I lifted my toddler, who's 24 pounds. She's not, she eats. She eats. I believe that's the normal weight. She'll be 3 in April, or this month on the 16th. So listen to them when they say don't lift anything over 15 pounds, because Friday morning I felt it in my right side. I knew I was not healed yet. You know, that was my sign. You're not healed yet. You shouldn't have did that shit. So, and then number 10, nobody told me that upping calories was something that I would have to worry about. In order to lose weight or break a stall, they tell you to up your calorie intake, up your protein intake. Sometimes, you know, it's better just to up the calorie intake as opposed to the protein intake. I was told to get 65 to 90 grams of protein each day, and at least 64 ounces of water each day. Calories, I did not know this, but I'm supposed to be hitting 800, around 800. But I'm averaging about 640, and I think that's another thing that led to my stall. So, be prepared for that. While you're on a weight loss journey, you know, calories, I hate that word. Like, those words, that little word irritates me. But be prepared to be told that. And yes, it scared the shit out of me when I heard it, but it helps a lot. It helped me break my stall, you know. I'm so sorry. Maybe I can't make more than one video tonight, because this is not cute. Neither is this, but it is what it is. So yeah, those were just 10 things that I wish people had told me before. I'm sure I'm going to think of a whole lot more because this is just an ongoing process. You know, I'm still putting along and I'm still losing slowly. And yeah, I'm still trying to get a handle on everything. So if I think of any more, I promise you guys, you will be the first to know. Again, this is going to be pre-recorded, so, you know, if you ask me any questions or whatnot, I may be in Mexico and unable to respond. So, thank you guys for following my journey. I don't think you guys realize how much you guys, how much you mean to me. Sorry. Just knowing that you're there. And knowing that you can connect in some way with me. I've always been the odd man out. I've always danced to the own beat of my drum. Is that how you say it? I don't know. But yeah. Thank you guys for being there. You help me more than you think you do. So, thank you for following my journey. This is Brandy with Fluffy Get Sleeved, and I hope you are having an amazing day. All right, bye.